Virgo, welcome to your general timeless love reading. We're going to be using Witches Tarot and Spellcasters today. This is for romantic relationships, platonic relationships, so work, friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, okay? Let's get into it. We're going to look at the head, heart, soul of each person, the current situation, and the crossing, which is your obstacle, okay? Let's begin. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you're new, my name is Jordyn. If you're not, welcome back. And let's begin, okay? Let's see. Virgo. Virgo, you feel very, like otherworldly right now. Like very like, I don't want to be here. 4 of Wands in reverse, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so 4s are about stability, structure, foundations. And part of you is like, I'm done. I'm done. It doesn't mean you're done with the relationship necessarily. For some of you, maybe you might be questioning it. Others of you might be trying to find a new normal, like a new foundation. Ace of Wands over here. Knight of Cups over here. 5 of Wands over here. This is attachment. Because the soul is a 5 of Wands. And the the head is an Ace of Wands. So their head and their heart, being the Knight of Cups, is all like, oh my gosh, I really want this. I really want a new cycle with you. Or I want to try again. Or let's create a new foundation together. But the 5 of Wands in their soul, something in their soul is like, I don't want to fight for this. But this is like codependency. This is like attachment. Like, I know I should let it go, but I don't want to I shouldn't fight for this. But they're fighting for it anyway. I feel like this person wants their freedom. Wants their freedom. It doesn't mean that they don't want the relationship, but I feel like they really want freedom. Page of Pentacles in reverse, which is, hey, let's review the foundation that we've built. Is it really stable, or do we have to learn how to be together in a new way? See what your obstacle is. The Star, like I said, you felt very otherworldly. The Star is the divine. It's my card of angels, ancestors, and guides. Your overall energy is the Hierophant in reverse. On a relationship reading, Hierophant in reverse, that's not the best. Sorry. It's underneath that is the Empress. Yeah. This is very much coming across like 2 people who are like fighting for a relationship that they both know is kind of dying. I'm just gonna put that out there. But it could also be that you're building a new foundation, writing a new contract. The Hierophant rules contracts. If you're going through a divorce, this might even be figuring out the settlement of that. But if you are currently in a relationship, you don't want the relationship to end, this could be one of 2 things. You're lying to yourself, or you need to rebuild the foundation of this relationship. Like really think about like what's best for us, what's healthy for us, in what ways are we creating a foundation that won't last the test of time. So let's clarify. Let's dig into this bad boy and see what's really going on. Again, it's general. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Okay? Sorry, I have a card in my hand. Well, a few cards in my hand. They got stuck between my pinky. Let's look at the Hierophant. Let's jump right to that. Oh. Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords. So we got somebody who's like, I know what I want. Kind of feels like this person. And then the Knight of Swords, the chaser. I'm getting closed off and shut down, and I want to build these things for myself, and I don't want to be constricted, and I want to be creative, and I want to be independent, and I want to feel powerful. And this person's like, I feel like you're creating distance from me. Are you abandoning me? Are you rejecting me? Chase, chase. Did you just hear sirens? I was like, chase, chase, chase. Oh my gosh. Right? Their brain's quite literally like, I feel like something's ending or changing, and that scares me. This is attachment. So what this relationship is going to be going through, in my perspective as a reader, is addressing the codependency that's at play here, right? The clinging on for your dear life. Allow each other to be 2 free individuals living your own lives, but walking side by side together. Very nice. Let's look at the 4 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. Oh my God. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This person's like, I ain't got time for your shit. You're kind of pissing me off. You're kind of pissing me off because I'm not doing anything. I'm not leaving you. It's nothing like that. I'm just trying to invest in other things, and I cannot constantly invest in you. Sassy. Let's look at the 4 of Pentacles, what they're letting go of. This is their heart space. Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Pentacles. So they have this, it's not bad, it's just really uncomfortable to sit in. It's almost like they're trying to understand, like, I know I should be working with my partner. It doesn't mean like actually working, like running a business or something together, but like allowing them to help or helping them. I'm not saying saving them, but like communication is a form of help because it's bringing clarity and honesty and transparency to it, relieves stress and anxiety, and will stop somebody from clinging so tight. With the Wheel of Fortune there, this person's unwilling to budge in regards to that. They're very much so like, I just want time alone. And this person's sitting there like, why? Why do you want time alone? Did I do something? Did I upset you? That's codependency. They're not budging and helping or comforting this person. And it might be like someone who's like, it's not my job to comfort you. I can't control your emotions. Yeah, but you can control what you say and how you portray things. And also your ability to put yourself in someone else's position or shoes and have compassion and work with them to help them through this process while you continue through your process. Because that's a challenge of vulnerability there. Because there's a difference between honoring yourself, but also by honoring yourself, working through the ego at the same time. Like, are you honoring yourself through your ego, or are you honoring yourself from your higher self, which is very compassionate, understanding, and has healthy boundaries? Okay? Through the ego is like, I have to do this for me, and you're just going to have to deal with it. It's not a good look. But who am I to judge or have an opinion anyway? Because we're all one. Right? So it's all within all of us. Anyway, Two of Wands in the soul. Let's look at it. It's a judgment-free zone. Hashtag Planet Fitness. Right? Long hair, don't care. Three of Wands. High Priestess. Yeah, High Priestess is an Empress gone cold. It's someone who's naturally really loving, really nurturing, really supportive. They might even have codependent tendencies themselves. And they're like, no, I refuse to be codependent. So now they're at the complete opposite end of the spectrum of like, they got the fuckets. They're like, there's so many things I want to do that I'm going to turn my back on this opportunity, Three of Wands, to have the opportunity that I want. 3 minus the 2 gives you an Ace of Wands upright, right? Sorry, in reverse, because the Three of Wands is in reverse. They're actually not getting their opportunity the way that they think they do. And that has a lot to do with this High Priestess energy. They think they are creating this new foundation for themselves, this new life, but really they're kind of sabotaging it. Because part of allowing yourself to be open to that new foundation is having an open heart space and being in a state of gratitude and love. And I'm not saying you're ungrateful. I'm saying that that goes for all areas of your life. So if there's stress or there's issues at play or dirty water, right? The dirty water theory. If you're allowing this relationship to create water within you, you're allowing it. They're not putting it there. You're attaching to it. It's going, any clean water you pour into that Ace of Wands, this is you. It's going to get murky because you haven't addressed the things that are an issue. Like the need to soften a little bit. Not be so rigid. Let's look at this person. Let's look at the Ace of Wands over here because they're the Ace of Wands. Sorry, it's true. Ace of Wands in their headspace. What's going on for this person? Oh, Hierophant. Yeah. 4 of Swords, Emperor in reverse, and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It's hurting their heart. It's hurting their heart because they know in their head that this is something they're very committed to and they want to fix it. They want to fix it. They want to fix it. And that's why they're chasing and chasing and chasing. They're like, I know you're mine and I know I'm yours and I'm committed to you and I want this forever. It makes them a little bit controlling and paranoid with the Emperor there. And with the 7 of Pentacles, they're like, I feel like I'm doing everything I can. Why isn't this working? 7 of Pentacles in reverse is an energy of failure. They're very critical of themselves and they start to beat themselves up because they're not realizing that your action, your behavior is not punishing them, but they take it that way. So that's why I'm saying communication might be necessary to help this person. And it's also going to challenge you to communicate things in a different way. Knight of Cups. King of Swords. They have such clear intentions. They're just like, I love you and I want to shower you with love. And everything that I say to you is honest. And I really am trying to be my best self. I'm not saying this person's a bad guy. They're not the bad guy. And they're not the bad guy. You're just mirroring lessons in different ways. Like opening up in different ways. Like opening up to the idea of allowing their person to have freedom. Opening up to the idea of communicating differently. Like you're opening up to the idea of how you move through your relationships. Is it healthy or is it toxic? Is it a faulty foundation? Because it sounds like it, right? King of Cups in reverse. They're very logical, very practical with their approach, which is why it's almost like, okay, well, if I move my chess piece there, they're going to respond like this most likely, right? They work out like the probability of things. And when the reaction is, no, I'm not going to communicate in the way that I need to, or the way that the universe is guiding me to. That's what I mean by need. It's not like they're telling you you have to do this. They might, who knows. But with the Wheel of Fortune, the divine's trying to pressure this change of working with people in a new way, communicating in a new way. And they get emotionally shut down because they're like, well, now I need to protect my heart because I don't know where they're coming from or what they're thinking or what they're doing because there's no clear communication. Let's look at the Five of Wands. Eight of Wands, though, with this King of Swords, by the way, though, this tells me that they might, like, bombard you with, like, messages and texts and, like, hey, I love you, and what are you doing? Like, they get a little paranoid. Let's look at the soul for them. Five of Wands. They feel very, like to the point. What are you doing? What are you up to? How are you doing today? What's on your mind? Can you talk to me? Did I do something wrong? Like, it feels very like, I'm going to shoot you with a bunch of questions at once because I have anxiety and I need you to help me work through it. And your communication would really help ease my mind and help me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got this constant reel. Yeah, in their soul, they're like, they're getting to this place of... This hurts my heart. They're kind of like, what's the point? What's the point of me trying? It's there because it's not a Six of Pentacles. It's not. And that's exactly what this person is thinking. And they know that in their heart. They're like, they're not giving back to me the same effort that I'm giving. And there could be the argument of, well, the effort I'm making doesn't have to meet your expectations. This feels very ego-based. It feels very ego-based. It feels like someone who's trying to honor themselves and be independent and feel strong in themselves, but they're doing it through the ego. They're not doing it from the higher self. And that's a really common lesson in spirituality. Like when you get to that place of like, I'm going to honor myself and my needs and get out of codependency, but they're doing it in a way that's kind of damaging. Like when you do it in a way of like, I can have exactly what I want and be exactly who I want to be, but I don't need my ego to protect me, right? Like it's kind of like, I want to do this for myself. And I feel as if you're going to get upset if I do this for myself. So I'm going to do it through my ego and tell you, this is what I'm going to do and you can't do anything about it. Instead of working through the higher self, saying, hey, I'm at this place where I really want to do this. It would help me feel really safe and secure, and like having your support and encouragement through it, because this is really a big change for me, would mean a lot to me. And I hope you understand, I'm just trying to do something to blah, 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 right? Better myself in XYZ way. That's working through the higher self. It's giving answers and clarity. Because what's going on here is it's ego triggering ego. Ego and ego. The ego doesn't have like the negative connotation as it does in society. Like, ooh, you got a big ego. It's just like your fears, your limiting beliefs, your defense mechanisms. Like, what upset them because I was speaking my truth. Well, were you speaking through your ego? Or are you speaking through your higher self? And so now this individual's heart space is shut down because they're like, what's the point? What's the point? That's in their soul though. They're still fighting in their head or in the heart. They're like, I really want it. But their soul, it's hurting the heart. It's hurting the heart. Current energy is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Wands. Yeah, nobody is recognizing that this foundation is faulty as fuck. It is. I'm just going to call it out. Sorry. And it's time to review that. Like, really look at it. Like, why isn't this working? Why aren't we successful? Well, it's because they do this and they do that. Okay, well, what do you do? That goes for both people. If both people are doing that, what do you both contribute? And don't look at surface level. Well, they don't do the dishes or they don't fill the car with gas when they come home and I need the car next and then I have to pay for gas, right? No. How is your communication? Are you vulnerable? Do you feel safe talking about things? Are you making the effort to do XYZ or try new things for your partner, right? Just because it might not be something you want to do you not want to do it because you just don't want to listen to somebody else, or do you not want to do it for another reason, right? Or could you try it and maybe like it and realize that your dislike might just really be that you're uncomfortable and not the best at it? And you just need to learn, and they're good at something, right? It's a teeter-totter. That's for both people. Let's look at the Star. There just feels like a lot of competition here in different ways. It's weird. It just feels like there's a lot of competition. Like, I'm fighting for you. I don't want to fight for you anymore. Well, what more can I do? Well, it's not enough. It feels mean. Star and the Three of Cups in reverse. I feel like the universe is going to pull these two people apart, and I feel it's more so to see the value of their relationship. I feel like they've lost sight. Yeah, there it is. Four of Cups and the Three of Cups gives you the Ace of Cups upright. It's going to lead to a new beginning. These people are going to go through a separation, whether it's you're living separately, you break up for a little bit, or you actually just are emotionally distant and you're off doing your own things. It's going to make you feel like, oh my God, I feel lack. I feel emotionally just disconnected. Yeah, where's my person? Well, you know, you kind of took each other for granted here. So at least I feel as if one's kind of doing that. I feel like one person's just like really focused on themselves. And it's kind of like, they're like, you're not important to me right now. I'm not saying that your relationship needs to be a priority, but you are a true pair, King and Queen of Wands. And it's balance. It's balance. You can have everything you want. You can have absolutely everything you want. It doesn't give you a reason to be disrespectful or negating to somebody who really does have care for you. Even if the way they care to you is annoying, maybe they just need to learn new tools, and your communication can help them realize what tools they're missing and which ones you have and what tools they have that you may need. It's a lesson. It's all just learning. But this is what I have for you. If you want a personal reading or a free 10-minute reading, those are available on Patreon for all new patrons and upgrading patrons of tier 2 and higher. And if you want a personal reading or a Reiki quantum healing session, check out my website down below in the description box. All that info is down there for you. And like, share, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, and I'd greatly appreciate it. And I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.